Hello trainers, I'm Upgraded Rotom and welcome back to another season of LAT Draft League. With some new and some returning opponents alongside a whole new team to work with, stay tuned for some amazing battles and some great memories to come forward. A quick side note before revealing what I've drafted, some of the rules of the league have changed alongside the way we draft the Pokemon. Last season, it was a tier and point-based system where we had a certain amount of points to draft with. However, we also needed to draft from specific tiers as well, with the limitations on the highest and lowest of the tiers. This season, we no longer have tiers. However, instead of having a separate point system for Terra Captains, this time it was added to your main draft as a Terra tax. As an example, if you wanted to draft a Spathra, normally it would be 9 points of your overall draft, but if you wanted to have it as a Terra Captain, then it would be 11 points of your overall draft. The final significant rule change will be that we as coaches will need to announce the Terra type of all of our Terra Captains we've brought to a battle. I've never played with this rule before, so it'll be interesting to see how it affects my battle thought process, but with that being said, let me introduce you to the first pick of the draft. To start us off strong, I decided to pick up the one and only Zarude. Zarude is an amazing Pokemon with the majority of its stats being above the 100 mark, and has a nice move pool with stuff such as U-turn, knockoff, bulk up, and jungle healing. With this move pool and great stat distribution, we have the potential to run almost any set we want with it, besides any special attacking set that is. Unfortunately, its only ability is Leaf Guard, which without the sun being active, it doesn't really get much use out of. However, with Jungle Healing, we should be more than ready to remove any status conditions from ourselves. The only thing holding this Pokemon back is its terrible Grass and Dark typing, so when picking up Zarude, I decided to make it a Terra Captain. In doing so, no longer shall we have to be afraid of a 4-time super effective U-turn into ourselves. Second in the lineup, I decided to grab what some might consider a staple in Scarlet and Violet draft, being Goldengo. Like Zarude, Goldengo's stat distribution allows it to play either an offensive or defensive role for whatever situation it betters from. However, unlike Zarude, Goldengo has a more opportunity for support with its moves such as Light Screen, Reflect, and Recover. Goldengo is also the best hazard removal blocker in the game, as no one can Rapid Spin it and no one can defog it. The last thing I like about grabbing Goldengo is that it covers all of Zarude's weaknesses, and Zarude covers all of Goldengo's. Besides the one weakness of fire that they both share, they're going to basically be having each other's back this entire season. After striking gold, I wanted to grab something that could set hazards, but I also wanted something that could hit hard, and I also wanted something that could play support again if needed. I wanted it all, but I couldn't have it. So I ended up drafting Mew. Mew is able to learn every TM within the game, so if you pair that up with 100 in every single one of its stats, you can either have that guy be really bulky, really fast and hard hitting, you can have it be a support stall, do whatever you need it to, it's there to be whatever you want. Although Mew lost access to a lot of its main recovery, such as the move Recover this gen, that doesn't stop it from being the perfect wildcard. I want a Swords Dance Scale Shot late game sweeper? I got that. I want an Iron Defense Body Press Wall? I've got that. I want a Hazard Stack to prevent too much pivot play? I've got that. With the simple stuff I've listed that Mew has access to, you can only imagine what other kind of stuff it can pull off in a draft format. After grabbing Mew, the only core thing I was missing from my team was a solid hazard remover. But unfortunately, by this point in the drafting, the best hazard removers were all taken. Though some wouldn't consider it the best, Quaquaval is still an amazing Pokemon that gets access to Rapid Spin. Don't underestimate this Pokemon though, because it's not just here for removal. Quack can get up to some crazy shenanigans, but most importantly, its combination of Aqua Step and its ability Moxie can become a deadly combo. Quaquaval is a Pokemon I don't have too much experience with, but as this season progresses, I am hoping that I can learn to utilize this duck to its fullest potential. Next up, I wanted to start completing my core typings, so to finish off my Water, Grass, and Fire core, I decided to grab Gouging Fire. I was shocked to see this beast here by round 5, so I figured, hey, why not? Gouging Fire is a monster when it comes to offensive potential, however it is an also amazing wall. Slap an Assault Vest on it, and with all of its stats combined, practically nothing can guarantee OHKO this without correct preparation. Gouging Fire also gives us access to a Photosynthesis mod, allowing for some fun shenanigans with booster energy sets to heighten our highest stat even further. This beast is yet another Pokemon I don't have too much experience with, however I've seen what it can do, and have always wanted to see how I can put it to use here, and so here we are. Maybe they'll even become an MVP on our team, who knows? After grabbing a Dragon type, I also wanted to complete my Fairy Dragon Steel core, so for the first time ever in the San Diego Pachirisu history, we have a returning team member in Tinkaton. The last time we saw Tinkaton on the team was in Season 12 of LET, however, I don't think that I was utilizing this Pokemon properly. As time has passed and I've used it more frequently, I believe I have what it takes to bring out its full potential for this next season of LAT. Tinkaton will mainly be acting as a special wall for my opponents to face, but realistically, it shines in its ability to support my team. With great moves such as Stealth Rock, Encore, and Screens, Tink can allow for someone else to come in and shine. What's also nice about Tinkaton is that it's one of the fastest steel types within the game currently, so for a solid few matchups, I should be able to outspeed some threats that normal steel types would struggle against. After grabbing Tinkaton, I wanted to grab a grounded poison type to help myself better deal with toxic spikes. The poison type that I decided to pick up was Alolan Muck. With Muck's solid defenses and poison dark typing, we should be able to eat almost any attack that we face that isn't noted as a ground type move. Though it doesn't have access to toxic spikes, its ability Poison Touch can make up for that, as realistically, almost no Pokemon wants to get knocked off and then poisoned. With Muck's slow speed, it also allows us to make our opponents second guess a potential Trick Room set against us, as if we can position it correctly, Muck very well may just end up turning that Trick Room against them. After realizing Muck doesn't get toxic spikes, but still wanting an option to have them on the team, I needed to find a solution to that problem, and I ended up grabbing Quagsire. Quagsire gives us another amazing hazard setter while providing a decent wall. With its ability Unaware, we can ignore sets that involve stat boosting from our opponents. No more worrying about a Dragon Dance getting out of hand, Quagsire will eat that all day. Alongside with that, we can take advantage of our other ability Water Absorb in some matches as well, as we'll be able to not only be immune to water type moves, but we'll also find ourselves able to heal off of them. And the cherry on top is that one more slow Pokemon adds to the potential threat of a Trick Room. With all the picks I've made so far, you must be thinking, did upgraded Rotom only grab one Terra Captain? Well, to answer your question, no, I did not. For I have grabbed the most amazing Terra Captain of all. Some might even say it's the most amazing Terra Captain the world has ever seen, and I consider myself one really big fan of it personally. With Terra, it shall rule over the land and strike fear into everyone's hearts, as without it, people would normally laugh and mock it. For the next pick in the lineup, the San Diego Pachirisus grab Rotom Than. In all seriousness though, Rotom is going to be a great Pokemon. I've used Rotom Wash in the past, but that was also my first time ever attempting Draft, and as I've grown as a battler, I believe I can utilize its skills better this time and provide it with the necessary tools to do so. Rotom can either be an amazing wall or an amazing offensive Pokemon, and with its ability to Terastallize, the Levitate and Flying type combo is no longer a laughing matter. What's neat too is that if we have Terra Electric, then Rotom will have no weaknesses at all besides a Stellar type. I'm excited to see what kind of shenanigans my biggest fan will get up to this season, and I hope you're excited too. Last but not least, I decided that since I had enough points, I would grab one last Terra Captain, and so I grabbed Ambipom. I wouldn't say Ambipom is the best Pokemon in the world, however, I can acknowledge its niches. With Terra potential on this Mon, and in combination with its Technician as its ability, a Terra normal set could go crazy, as I could get in and fake out double hit combo some already weakened Pokemon for some nasty damage, or even just some plain old simple chip. Even if we find ourselves against annoying Ghost or Steel type Pokemon, the beauty of Terastallization is that we can pick and choose any type to become, so we can always work around whatever our weaknesses may be. There's some unique sets that I've been thinking up with this Pokemon already, so just be ready to see this monkey go bananas. And that's gonna do it for the newest team of the San Diego Pachirisus. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comments below. Is there anything I should tweak or change about it? Normally I don't really say this, but for this season I've been working really hard to try and make my content just a little bit more entertaining, so it would mean the world to me if you could hit that like button and subscribe. Hope you all have an amazing day, and we'll see you guys next week where we face off against our opponent, the Colorado Agrons. Peace.